Hey Mika.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do like a little kind of a frivolous, a flighty, frivolous. I can't even say frivolous topic.
hmm
I saw this today. Quentin Tarantino is trending, the Kill Bill director,
Yeah.
because he said on a podcast, Two Bears, One Cave, he attributed the loss of movie stars to the marvelization of Hollywood. Part of the this is the quote, part of the marvelization of Hollywood is you have all these actors who have become famous playing these characters, but they're not movie stars, right? Captain America is the star or Thor is the star. I mean, I'm not the first person to say that. I think that's been said a zillion times, but it's like, it's these franchise characters that become a star.
hmm
He said for Tarantino, Captain America is the star, not Chris Evans.
And
He said he's just
what's
not
the quote?
excited about these movies because they make too many.
Is that the end of the quote?
I mean, there's a lot he said.
But you okay,
He's
let's
just
let's
basically saying that the Marvel Cinematic Universe monopolized the movie industry, which is true.
yes, this is a fact.
And
And
we're just not getting. He said the golden age of Hollywood is. That this is like the worst. This current era, along with the 50s and the 80s, were the worst eras of Hollywood. And I don't know what. I don't want to look into what he said about what the golden age is. But Shang-Chi, a Marvel movie that I might be mispronouncing Shang-Chi.
hmm
Simu Liu, the star of Shang-Chi.
hmm
Is it Chi? C-H-I?
I
Anyway,
I
one of
think
these, one of the 50,000 Marvel movies, the star, who is an Asian man, clapped back at Tarantino and said that, this is the only reason why I was able to get a lead role was because of this franchise. And he said that the golden age of Hollywood was super white. And some people responded like saying that his casting was more diverse than Marvel. That out of the 30 Marvel movies, only four of the movies had non-white lead actors
hmm
or actresses, I suppose. No, definitely actors because
hmm yeah,
they don't have women starring in them either as
females and
leads
leads.
for the most part.
Yeah.
Um, and me and you talk about this a lot.
Oh
We
yeah.
noticed it. We
I,
were like, Robert Downey Jr. does not bring in the box office receipts outside of that costume, that Iron Man costume. He doesn't.
nor does Chris Evans, nor does that guy. What's the guy that plays Loki?
Ooh,
I don't remember his
Tom
name.
Hiddleston,
Tom Hiddleston, nor does
Scarlett Johansson,
none
or
of them. Not one of them.
the
And
Thor guy. What was the Thor guy's name?
Chris Hemsworth.
I feel like Pratt had the most success outside of
So you got the dinosaur
Marvel.
movie roles.
Yeah, he had his Jurassic World, and even that,
Yeah.
the stars of the dinosaurs.
Yeah. I don't watch any of I didn't watch any of the Marvel movies other than Thor, Avengers, and that was like I was forced by Miriam. And then half of Thor 2, which and I didn't finish couldn't finish it, and then the Black Panthers and I don't get what the hubbubaloo is about. I did think the Black Panthers and Thor was fine though, but I
Well,
wouldn't.
the, he's just saying that the star of those movies is the costumes, basically the
This is
characters
true.
that were in the comic books, and so that we're not going to the movie theaters to see the people that are playing those characters. But that goes to show you how good strong characters are, right?
hmm
So the question is like, who would you consider a movie star nowadays? Because
I
remember,
feel like
Jennifer Aniston recently said there are no
mm,
more movie stars.
I feel like Michael B. Jordan is becoming a movie star.
You think so?
I do. He's coming out with Creed. I don't know, like a seat like Creed 3 or something, 2 or 3, when a sequel number, and some other movie. So I
And I
feel
think the guy that's playing his nemesis
is becoming
in
a star
that
too.
movie, Jonathan Majors,
Uh-huh.
black guy that was in Lovecraft Country. He's starting to pop up a lot. He's going to be the villain in a Marvel movie. Ant-Man and the Wasp, the third one.
All right, then there's this guy Timothy Charlemagne. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah, good point. That Timothy dude has a
Mhm.
star power. You were so
I
right.
feel like what's happening is that the transition has to be made. So you can't say, "Oh, there are no more movie stars." There are the movie stars that are still that are from the late 80s, 90s, and 2000s, like Tom Cruise and Will Smith and everybody like that, that are still bringing in
Denzel.
the numbers. And then you have to get that time to transition to get the younger stars to
And I feel like
arise.
some people have these big names, but the movies don't match. Like Zendaya has a nice marquee name, but there's no project that matches her star power.
No, not yet.
I feel like
That's
Halle
funny.
Berry's name was always bigger than the stuff she was in.
Yeah, that's the older era, like with
That's true.
and the Sandra Bullock and all those type of people, Reese Witherspoons those people.
Yeah, what about these youngins? I don't know.
The younger people are just, they're putting in the work to make it so that they're gonna break through and they're gonna be huge. Like they already are doing a ton of the groundwork. Lupita is pretty popular. She's not from their era, but she
I
stars in
think
Star Wars.
Viola Davis is a movie star.
She is. She was discovered a little late. She had her breakthrough roles later, but
Mm.
yeah, I feel like he's right. The movies are majority
It's
Marvel
all
based.
so new and exclusive anyway.
Yes, the gatekeeping and the traditional models are not so conducive to finding all of the talent there is,
Yeah.
and there's a lack of
Their
like,
little casting couch policies and
yeah, there's
those,
this.
those Weinstein type men, please.
Well, that and then also there's just they have a specific way that everybody has to look, and
Casting code.
yeah, so it's like you have to look
Yeah,
at
they
this
want you
kind
to
of
look
way.
like this.
Yeah, and so this it's just very, very limited on who can be on the screen and who can be presented to the public as the talented superstar. So that's what people may not feel comfortable, like Jennifer Aniston said, there's no more movie stars. But we have to kind of take into account that this era
The
is
Rock is a movie
discovering.
star.
They're discovering them different ways. So everybody
Kevin
can,
Hart is a movie star.
yeah, see, I mean, it doesn't matter. It's like if you think the movies are low quality or whatever, that's on you. But these
Yeah.
people are still movie stars.
I feel like some people that be in the Netflix movies are
They're stars
movie
in these
stars too.
movies. Yeah.
I don't.
I feel like Jason Momoa is a movie star, is he not? No?
He has a name for sure, but what has he
All right.
carried outside of Aquaman? Aquaman was the draw.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
him as Aquaman was the draw.
All right. I told you my one person who I think is becoming a huge movie star, and that was Michael
No,
B.
Michael
Jordan.
B. I agree.
So I don't know who else is in that category,
You
but
know, Chadwick Boseman had that quality. I thought he had that quality.
all right. Well, I agree with Quentin a little bit, but I also understand what the person said to rebut it. That yeah, that
You
golden
would think
era
that
was
the
like very
lot
diverse. Yeah.
the movie star
Mm,
criteria or whatever it was, there being less movie stars would be more parity. But no, the traditional box office was this much people.
yeah.
So I'm grateful for streaming because that's where more stories are being told. A lot
Yeah.
more stories. Like the guy that was in Nope and Get Out. What's his name? Daniel Kaluuya
Hmm.
and Lakeith Stanfield. Oh, they made Judas and the Black Messiah,
I love
and
me some.
that was able to be distributed on HBO Max when the pandemic hit. I
Yeah.
feel like who the Denzel Washington's son, John David Washington.
It's
I
becoming a
felt like
star.
he was gonna become a star with that tenacious.
He is still becoming a
No,
star.
the pandemic.
No, it's still happening. These things are in process. Don't think that it's not happening because there
I
was a
felt like
delay.
he was really good in Black Klansman,
Uh-huh.
and there was something else I saw him. He's got something. He's got an appeal to him.
Coming. You are never, nothing could stop you from becoming who you're destined to be. Okay? The
I feel like
roadblocks will be there.
stardom is different now. You
A lot of people are TikTok stars.
yeah, TikTok stardom, YouTube stardom. It's different. It's
And
just
they
like
have to
don't hate the
accept it.
player, hate the game.
They just have to accept it. All right?
I was like, look, kudos to Robert Downey Jr. and them for getting their $1 billion from Marvel. because they had to show up for 10 years putting on them costumes. So good for them.
Idris Elba has a name outside of some of those Marvel roles, I think.
He wasn't a star. He was just that thing with the golden eyelashes in Thor.
I was just saying
And
that.
he complained about the costume too.
All right, enough.
They don't greenlight enough creatives. They don't want to risk anything. They'd rather adapt stuff that already have fan bases.
Oh, I mean, the
They
studios are
don't want
not
to
trying to
invest
go
in
more
anything
bankrupt.
original.
They already are. All right.
Huh?
I said the studios are not trying to be even more bankrupted than they
They
already are.
are yeah, I saw all of them. Disney, Paramount, Netflix, HBO, all of them laid people off and their stocks are down. And they cut entire departments. So
They're not
yeah.
going to pay people if they can't pay
Go TikTok
themselves.
stars. Go Charlie D'Amelio and KB Lane. And what was that guy, Mr. Beast from YouTube? and
All
then
right.
and the Instagram stars. Go ahead now.
There you go.
It's a new era.
That's right.
Look, we can be stars too.
All right.
That's how things work nowadays.
That's true.
God is
Okay.
opening doors for all of us.
That's true.
Plugins.
All right.
I'm playing.
That's all right.
Bye.